So yeah, this friend zone thing. Well, I guess the good news is here we are 13 years married.
Yay.
And so the good news is if you are, I'm the hope for those of you that happen to be in friend zone, that have a crush on your friend and they don't happen to know, you know, and they go, I had no idea. Anyways, so.
I was oblivious.
Yeah, I mean, I had a crush on you.
Since 7th grade?
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe at that age I didn't really know what a crush really was, but it's just, yeah, I mean, you were attractive and, you know, as a boy.
I had no clue.
But how did I get out of it? I mean, honestly, you know, it's funny being an entrepreneur, building a business. You have to learn how to take certain risks, and I started to just think in certain ways, and it was just that moment of thought. I'm like, if I don't ever take a chance, then I'll never know. Mm-hmm. So I had to take a chance, but I was still so scared of rejection. I was still so scared of actually, what I was really scared about was losing a friend. Mm-hmm. I was really scared about losing a friend, and because you were such a good friend.
I let you copy my math homework every day.
You let me copy your math homework every day.
Calculus.
Yep, I appreciated that. You know.
Yeah.
I still appreciate that. I still copy your stuff today, like notes that you take and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm smart. I copy the smart people. But what was I saying? Oh, the getting out of it. So I was still scared of just being rejected. I didn't want to lose you as a friend because you were a really good friend. But she was also the friend that would complain about her boyfriends to me, and I was always on the other end of the phone. You know, just hearing her complain about her boyfriends. Anyways, I always just wanted to tell her, well, why don't we just start dating?
Oh, you remember you did kind of bring it up one time?
I did. Those of you that are Friends fans, okay, because we grew up on Friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Lobster?
Yeah, we're lobsters.
Lobster.
Yeah, totally. But what do you call? Who did the one? If you're not married by, didn't Ross and Rachel do that? I forgot which couple did that. Somebody did that.
I forget.
Like the deal where it's like, oh, if you're not married by 27, then you and I will get married. So I actually, I did that when we were in college.
You proposed that to me.
I did. I proposed that to her, right? And
we
I was
were
like,
in the dorms.
You were in the dorm.
I was in the dorm.
Yeah.
And I had a cordless phone. This is prior to cell phones, I think.
Yeah. And then I
just
said,
aged ourselves.
You know, if we're not married by the time we're 27, we should just get married. I think I probably said it like that too. And she was like,
yeah, that sounds great.
And I was like, I was like catatonic, right?
And I had no clue.
She loves me, you know?
And I moved on to the next topic.
Yeah, she just moved on like it was nothing. And, you know, I was like, what does this mean, you know?
Over-analyzing now.
Oh my God, you know, just writing an essay on just the potentials that could happen, how many kids we're gonna have and what neighborhood we're gonna live in. Not really, but, you know, just going through my head a lot. Anyway, so how did I actually get out of it though? I did take a chance. Mm-hmm. I think I did another weenie way of asking her again. This is back when, before DMs, and we had IMs. Is the OG DM, right? IMs.
AIMs.
AIMs. Mm-hmm. Instant message, right? So you had your screen name, whatever, and I'd say text. It wasn't text. I would just send her an IM, an instant message. And it was, here was my way of telling her that I liked her, right? And I said, so I had a dream last night, and I actually did have this dream, I didn't make it up, but I said I had a dream last night that we kissed. And
oh, okay.
Jeez, I swear.
Totally oblivious.
Yeah, just, you know, just and then.
Oh man.
And then I think eventually, I think I had to just, I had to make it, you know, just take a chance. And so, since I lived in Southern California, Jennifer lived in Northern California. I was in SoCal in Orange County, and she was in the Bay Area teaching. And I drove up there, actually to deliver some products because she was a customer of mine, right? So you bought some excess, I think. And then I said, hey, why don't we grab dinner? And she was like, sure. You know, I'm probably just thinking we're buddies hanging out, going to Denny's or something. And then instead, I booked this whole romantic dinner.
You did.
With it was like a nice restaurant, and you know, I had oysters, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and wine, you know, and I think when we walked into the restaurant,
I thought, whoa, this is very, very romantic. Sat down and ordered. Didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. It was you know, flour on the table, candles and everything, and everybody else was a couple, no kids kind of a restaurant. Yeah. And then afterwards, I
didn't get the hint at all.
In my mind, it was a date. In her mind, she was just grabbing dinner with a buddy.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was thinking I don't want this date to end, you know, and So I was like, why don't we go watch a movie? And it was at the movie that I think that's where I finally,
You crossed
I crossed
the friend zone.
the friend zone, this imaginary barrier.
Yes. You got out of it. You got out of it.
Yeah.
So you didn't do this thing.
Wasn't watching the movie. The movie was playing, but you might as well be playing a documentary from the 1920s. And like, I had no idea what it was about. And but she was sitting next to me, and I was sitting over here, and this was an empty theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because it was that bad of a movie, I guess. And then she was sitting here, I was sitting there, and then eventually, I think my hand went just
He put his hand on my knee.
on her knee,
We were sharing popcorn.
and then you thought,
I was like, oh. Ding, light bulb.
14 years later after we met, right? And I put my hand there, and then she put her hand on top of my hand, and that's in my head when we got married. I'm just kidding, but that's when I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
oh my God, she didn't push it away.
She lost me.
And the rest is, I think, literally after that moment, a year and a half later, we were married.
Yeah.
Yeah.